Hello champions and future champions, hello ChessMood family. Gabuzyan is here with you and welcome to our daily lesson. Today we have part 2 of the strategy, Queen versus the Rooks. How to play, what are the ideas for both of the sides. Since today we're gonna discuss ideas based on the previous daily lesson, if you haven't seen it, I recommend you to check it out and only watch this one. Now, we have an interesting situation. Black pawns on the king side are doubled, and this means in future pushing these pawns will be little more difficult. Though our pawns on the queen side are separated as well. And now white needs to make a choice. Let me tell you the following, that if it's black to move at this position, they are gonna crush our king's pawn structure and play h3 move, removing the coverage. And after queen h3, black will get decent chances to survive. Now king is opened and all the time different kind of perpetuals will be available. After h3 move, we can also never play g3. As you know from the previous daily lesson, in a pair with this pawn, black queen will create a lot of super dangerous threats. So this is not an option as well. And for all of these reasons, at the beginning, we need to figure out how to play here as white. You can pause the video and try to make a decision. I'm definitely sure many of you are checking h3 move, preventing this move for opponent, and it is a very healthy decision. But right now when we go h3 directly, black can play c6. Our pawns are also very much weakened, and black will get chances with the queen to attack them, creating a counterplay and trying to survive. White has good chances to win here, but at the beginning we can exponentially improve our advantage. Before playing h3 move, white can go c6. Black now has to take, and only now h3. What is the difference? At this moment, we are getting passed pawn at the edge of the board. Also, black's getting 2 pawns on the same rank, and as you know from the previous example, whenever we double up, we will be able to take both of these pawns, already switching to opponent's kingside position. At this moment, black will not have any chances for a counterplay. If now they go g5, threatening g4, we need to prevent this, and white's gonna go rook to c4. It's protecting this threat, at the same time white wants to double and win some pawns. Black can play queen d2, we go a4. By now we're keeping this pawn alive and aiming for opponent's pawn. Let's say queen d5, rook f to c1. As you can see, queen is useless at the moment. It cannot get access to our king because pawn structure is very much safe. After queen a5, white can make the following choice. Already giving up pawn on a4 square, but going for the other one on g5. What's the idea? After rook c5, queen a4 and rook takes g5, white is gonna go back, let's say after queen e4, rook g to c5, capturing both of black pawns on the c file, rook c6, rook c7 as you have seen. And black cannot do anything about this. Now black is staying with 2 pawns and a queen versus our rooks and extra pawn. What's the downside? As you have seen in previous daily lesson, black was supposed to weaken our king's position in order to get some checks. By now, white's king is gonna be very safe, and we can build a very solid position. White can play rook to c4 move in this position, removing opponent's queen and going for something like rook g4. What's the value of this rook here? Let's say after something like king to h7, we can play king to h2 square. Now white is planning to go pawn f4, rook is protecting this pawn, attacking on g7 and h4. The other rook is gonna go somewhere to g6. Black cannot do anything. All of the threats are protected. White will capture on g7 and stay with 2 extra pawns in the pawn's endgame, which is absolutely winning. As we can see, After the beginning choice of white to sacrifice the pawn and very importantly play h3, we are keeping our king safe. So, learning this strategy. When we have the rooks, king's safety is very important in order to get advantage later on with the power of heavy pieces. Now let's go ahead and you will get your homework position. At this moment, it's white to move, and black just captured our piece on g3 square with the knight. How are we going to react is the question. Since you know safety of the king is a priority, you can make the right decision. And share your thoughts and ideas in the comments section below. Gabuzyan was here with you. Thank you for your subscriptions, likes, and sharing this video with your friends. We appreciate it a lot. I will see you next time during our next daily lessons.